What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Munir's Heat Check. I am your host, Hakeem, and thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a little while. I was on a break while the NBA playoffs continued going on, and then I let the draft go since the Heat didn't do too much work in the draft, but now I'm back. Free agency starts at 6 p.m. today, I believe it is, and we got some things to talk about. So first off, I want to just start off by congratulating the Milwaukee Bucks on winning an NBA championship. It's well deserved. Happy for Giannis. Feel bad for Chris Paul, but definitely happy for Giannis and sticking with his situation instead of coming to the Heat like he should have, but that's okay. Either way, he got his title, and congrats to the Milwaukee Bucks. But it's a new year, new season, and it's time for Miami to take their throne back, as they should. So I just wanted to touch on a couple rumors I've heard regarding the Heat and who they might be targeting this offseason. Of course, nothing's official, all rumors, but they make sense as players that the Heat would want to bring into the organization after last year's loss. It was pretty traumatic, I should say. So to start, the biggest rumor would be the Heat looking to bring in Kyle Lowry. We need a point guard. Not only a point guard, we need a point guard that can shoot, control the offense, and go get a bucket on his own. So he makes sense. He's probably the biggest fish out there right now in free agency. So we are looking to bring him in, of course. And I do think that is possible with yesterday the Heat picking up the option on Goran and also letting Iggy walk. I think they're looking to possibly do some type of signing trade maybe, or I don't know. They may have just been clearing cap space to go ahead and pay Lowry to come and be our point guard. Him and Jimmy, they do have a great relationship from what I've heard. So it only makes sense. It only makes sense to bring him in and get him to be the, point guard, the floor general that we need. Yeah, he's about 35, 36-ish, I think, but I think it's still a very, very good fit. I think he improves our offense tremendously, as well as helps Bam Adebayo as far as taking the ball out of his hands now, and he can do a little bit more now. Maybe off the pick and roll, a little bit more drives to the baskets, finishing there. Just being set up by Lowry, I think, is a good thing for Bam, as we've seen in the Olympic Games with him and Lillard. Although Lowry's more of a passing guard than Dame. So that's one of the rumors. Another rumor I've heard was Colin Sexton, and the Heat possibly looking to trade for him. Now, I don't want that to be our first option, but I do like the option. Colin Sexton is a young guard, looks hungry. Every time I see him playing, he has tons of energy, things we lacked last year when we just got stagnant on offense and stood around waiting for Duncan to hit a three. That's something I think we can improve on if we bring Colin in. I think he'll bring a burst of energy, burst of speed, small guard, but I do think he has the potential to play some good defense, especially in the Heat system. But I like it, and he's a bucket getter, something we need, someone to go get a bucket when Jimmy, isn't able to go ahead and create offense, or Jimmy might even be on the bench when Bam's not looking to be aggressive, our normal Bam. When he just wants to pass, you give it to Sexton and he'll go get you a bucket, or he'll go get to the free throw line. And he has improved his shooting last year. So I think that'll be a good move. Bringing in Sexton, I'm not sure what we would have to give up for him. Maybe now that we have Dragic, it'll kind of be trading away Dragic, although I don't believe the salaries match up. So maybe something more like Tyler Hero, getting rid of him and bringing in Sexton, which, if you ask me, I do think that's a good trade, but who knows? So that's just another rumor that I've heard. I've also heard rumblings of Pascal Siakam, which would be a no-brainer if that is true. He slides right in next to Bam. Another big. Get boards, get his own shot. And if we can somehow manage to get him and Lowry on the same team, again, they already have that chemistry. So I think Pascal will be a good move, although I'm very confused at why Toronto wants to get rid of him. But I do also know that they may be interested in someone like Precious. So that can always be a leverage. Or our leverage, I will say. If Siakam really wants out that bad. Again, just a rumor. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does happen, I'm not mad at it. That's a great pickup for the Heat. And now I know a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen with Duncan. I don't think Duncan's coming back. I think he's going to take the best offer he can get out there. I hope he comes back. He's our only shooter. But we're going to need shooters. We're going to need tons of shooters. So players like Tim Hardaway Jr., I think could be a good fit with us. Although I think he's going to end up going back to the Mavs. I can't see him leaving that situation. Luka needs shooters around him, so I believe the Mavs are probably going to end up signing him back. But there's also been rumors of us looking at Brandon Ingram with New Orleans. Another bucket getter. Someone that can create his own offense and can come in immediately and I think can just score. Maybe a little undersized. So if we bring him in, I do think we need to go after some other type of big. Maybe like a Miles Turner or someone like that. Even Jeff Green. Bringing someone like him in. I don't know. Not really sure on those other pieces around, but I do think as far as the bigger rumors and the big fish that we are going after, I think Lowry's on the top of that list to bring in. And then if we don't get Lowry, I do hope we look to pursue Colin Sexton and bring him in. I think he'd be a good fit. Or even someone like Lonzo Ball. I do think the Heat need a floor general. Someone who can push the ball and slow it down and get the team into some type of set. Something better than a dribble handoff to Duncan Robinson. That's just my own personal opinion, but we will hear more, so I won't make this episode too long because the free agency starts at 6 p.m. today. So instead of guessing, hopefully at the start of free agency, the Heat make moves, and hopefully I have some more news to go over. But that's all I have for today. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll see what the Heat do this year, this off season, and let's make a play. Let's make a play for that chip. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at The Mind of Munir, where you can catch the rest of the episodes of Munir's Heat Check from last season. And then on my social medias at Mind of Munir, as well as Munir's Heat Check on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's see what the Heat do. Talk to you guys later.